Hi there guys, and welcome to another video from Science Sidekicks. And here we are in Tinkercad again, where we are exploring circuits and Arduinos. So if you're not familiar with Tinkercad, this is a free online platform where you can tinker with electronic circuits. And they have Arduinos in here. You can also write your code. So even if you don't have access to a physical Arduino device, you can still learn electronics, play along with our videos. And we also have some live videos where myself and my daughter are actually building these circuits in real life. But in here, we're more exploring the concepts before we go on to the actual thing. So what we're going to be looking at here, it looks like a relatively complex circuit. If you've been following along with our videos, you'll already have some kind of understanding as to what it is we're doing here. But basically, we have a circuit which has got a bunch of resistors in parallel here. We have a piezo buzzer over there, and we've got a couple of transistors. And now we've got a few new components here, this 5-volt regulator, and also a Zener diode. They may be asking why they are here. So what we are going to be doing in this case is we are powering our circuit here with a different voltage to what the Arduino takes. Now, in our previous videos, we have always been taking the power that comes into the Arduino over the USB. This is a 5-volt power supply. And we've been then powering the LEDs and whatever we've been connecting over the I/O pins. In our previous video, we decided to use a transistor instead. So this transistor, its job is to protect the I/O pins from an overcurrent situation. So it allows us to control the LEDs without drawing too much current from the I/O pins. Now in this case, we're going to be supplying, what if you have a higher than 12 volts? So in this case, we have here a 12-volt 5-amp power supply. Now this could also be 5 volts, but any other external power supply that's powering our circuit. And basically what we want to do is kind of isolate it from our Arduino here, which obviously requires 5 volts. We don't want to be feeding 12 volts into our Arduino, and we certainly don't want to be sending 12 volts on any of these I/O pins that we got here. However, if we have 12 volts coming in, but the LEDs require 5, we need to do something to our circuit to step down that voltage, because if we supply 12 volts directly to here, and we start this, I think you'll find we've got this little exclamation mark next to our diodes there, meaning that we have too much power going through these diodes. So one way that we can change this is by using a Zener diode. And in this case, we have a 12-volt supply, and if we use a 7-volt Zener diode, it will step down the voltage to something more reasonable here at our LED. Now, a cool thing to have in Tinkercad is they do have a multimeter. So we can bring a multimeter out and we can check the voltage at some points in our circuit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this multimeter up to our positive and negative. And now when we run our simulation, you'll see the voltage that we're getting here is spiking up when it's on. Now, if we set the pin to permanently be high, we would get a better voltage reading. So let's just edit our code here, and we will comment out our turning it low. Okay, so we'll just turn it high and we'll leave it high, and then we'll get a better idea of our voltage reading there. Okay, so we've got 2.24 volts being read here, but we're drawing too much current. You see it says here the recommended maximum current is 20 milliamps. So the usable lifetime of our LED may be reduced because we're currently putting 41.7 milliamps through there, because we're supplying 12 volts of power. Now, we could change the resistor value to step down that power, but we can also use this diode. So I'm going to show you what this Zener diode can do. Okay, so let's stop our simulation here. We will take out this and we'll add the Zener diode here. Now we'll run again. Now you'll see our voltage is lower and we no longer have the warning on our LED there. Okay, but possibly we could say our LED is a little bit dim, so maybe what we would want to do is change the value of our resistor here. So maybe we'll change that, we'll try a 150 ohm resistor. There, so now we have a nice bright LED and we are not getting any warnings. So this Zener diode here is actually doing its job. It is preventing the LED from drawing too much current. Now if we were to take out the resistor and just connect this directly, you'll see now we're over current again. So the resistor's job here is to prevent the diode, is to prevent the LED from drawing too much current. Okay, so that's one way that we could regulate our resistor if we had an external power supply which say was greater than 5 volts coming into here. Okay, we can use this Zener diode. Now we have another option, which is this 5 volt regulator. Okay, so again, if we run this, we'll see over here we are drawing too much current. But if we were to change our voltage source to 5 volts, you'll see everything works fine. So this circuit was designed to work with 5 volts, but we don't have 5 volts here, we have 12. So we can use this 5 volt regulator. So we'll remove these for the moment. We'll bring our 5 volt regulator down here. So we have power out, we have the ground, and we have the in. So it's quite simple to wire up. Our in will be our positive, so that's our 12 volts in. We have a ground, and then we have our output, which goes to the resistor and goes to the LED. So now when we run this, you'll see no more error here on the LED because our 5 volt regulator is doing its job. And we can check that with our multimeter. So we can connect our positive and our negative there. And there you'll see we're reading 2.03 volts because this is after the resistor. Now if we were to connect our multimeter before this resistor, so on the output side of the 5 volt pin, you'll see now we're getting a steady 5 volts. So there, you can see here now the resistor is doing its job. The resistor is reducing the voltage, because if we measure from the output of the LED to before the resistor, we're getting 5 volts, which is to be expected because that is what the 5 volt regulator is supposed to be supplying. Okay, but if we were to connect this multimeter to one of these other resistors before and after, so let's just edit this. So we connect our positive before the resistor and we connect them to our negative rail. You'll see here we're getting 12 volts because we're supplying 12 volts to this circuit. So without the voltage regulator, the LEDs are receiving 12 volts, which means we have to change the value of our resistor to step down the voltage, or we can put in a voltage regulator or the diode. So if we do the same where our diode is, and we put the multimeter connected before the resistor and to ground, so the Zener diode is reducing that 12 volts down to 4. Okay, so you can see here the ways that we can utilize either the 5-volt regulator or a Zener diode in our circuit if we have a higher than 5-volt input. Or we could increase the resistor value. So if we were to increase the resistor value here, let's say we make this from 200 ohms, we'll put it up to 1,000 ohms. Okay, or which would be 1 kilo ohm. And then we run this. So you see now our LED is running okay with no error message here. So multiple different ways to skin a cat, as they say. You know, there's more than one way of doing things in electronics. So here we have basically a 12-volt source, and I've shown you 3 different ways that we could reduce the voltage to protect the LEDs. So we could use a 5-volt regulator if we have a higher than 5-volt source. We can use a higher value resistor, or we can use the Zener diode. So I hope that you found this useful, and this builds upon the knowledge that we have been accumulating in these projects here in Tinkercad. So thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video.